already. It is Wednesday, the 5th of July. Hope everyone had a wonderful 4th. We had a great 4th of July. We're running a little bit late. Wednesdays in the morning we go to see a movie. Remember the $1 Regal Cinemas for kids shows. And so we're going to that. And I believe it is Rio 2 that we're going to be seeing. Yesterday the picnic was really nice. It was really fun and we had a marvelous time with our friends. We don't get to see them too often, so when we do, it's just like a really nice, it's like a feast, you know. We just want to absorb all the time with them that we can. One of the things that I struggled with yesterday though is chips. Oh my goodness, the chips. I have a hard time with chips when bless you, when we go to different events. I've found that out. And the thing is that I think I have figured out that, you know, I have social anxiety sometimes and I deal with it in different ways, and started thinking about it, and I said, you know what, because I didn't really want to eat them, but I just kept doing it, you know. And for me, I started to investigate, and I said, you know, why is it that I'm doing this? You know what, I think I'm eating chips in these social situations because I still have that social anxiety. Even if I'm comfortable with the person that I'm talking to, the situation itself, being a social situation, still gives me a certain amount of anxiety that I deal with. And I think eating something like that, it brings me some type of a level of comfort, not only say comfort, but a coping mechanism. And so I continuously eat them to deal with the situation. And I was thinking about that, and I thought, okay, if that's the deal, if that is still the deal, because it's just who I am, I will always be, you know, a little anxious in certain social situations. So I've always been. Then I need to prepare for it a little bit better, if that's what it is. So if I identify the problem, I can deal with it. Now if I don't identify it and I say, oh yeah, I just ate the chips again, oh man, I really stink, you know, I'm really upset about that, I don't think I'll ever get over that hurdle. So I think a big key to this is investigating and identifying and moving on after that. And I thought that this week, my word for the week would be identify or investigate. I'm thinking, you know, that's probably better than identify, because that's the first step to these issues. And I started thinking about this because when I told that story in my last video about, you know, the breakfast burrito and how it kind of took me back to my childhood, you know, and that's kind of why I got a soft spot for those. I started thinking, yeah, that I should investigate the reason, the attachments that I have and the behaviors that I have attached to certain foods, and certain foods that maybe present a struggle for me, or, you know what I mean, they're there and I'd rather not have that attachment, but I don't understand why I have that. I don't understand why I exhibit certain behaviors or go back to something. It's like the French fries, you know. On my last video, I take the kids somewhere to play once in a while indoors, and when they had fries, now last time I asked for apple slices for them, they didn't have them, so that's how we ended up with the French fries. And I thought, oh great. And my problem is that I went at lunchtime and thinking that the apple was going to be enough for me when I'm hungry. I need my lunch. So I thought, you know what? It's not realistic for me to say, well, I'm never going to take them anywhere to play indoors again because I can't be trusted with French fries. So I have to identify the problem and prepare better about it. The problem is that I'm going without having lunch first, or eating first. So from now on, I have to make sure that I actually have my meal before I take them. before I take them, and then that way I won't be subject to the hot, crispy, satisfying French fries, because I'll already be satisfied. And so I've identified that problem, investigated, and now I can attack that with my plan. So anyway, what I've done now with, I think what I'm going to do with the chips is also what I've done at the movie theater. We're going to the movie theater, and I didn't eat breakfast. I was going to do intermittent fasting, but if I get hungry, I actually have cut up some free foods. I've got celery, carrots, and bite-sized pieces, and then I've got my green apple, and I'm just going to kind of like snack on those if I need it. Okay, we're going into a parking garage, so it is pretty dark. I'm going to let you go for now, and I'll see you after the movie. Alright, we went to the Springs Preserve, and we had lunch at their little restaurant that they had there. There's the kids' meals, and I had a wrap and some fruit.
Let's see here. We're right here. We're going to go in this museum right here. You guys are talking about wanting to go all the way back here to Desert Living Center. But it is, as nice as it is out, it is super hot. It's about like 110. Do you hear the cicadas in the trees? Yeah. Time for cicadas.
Home, and this is my dinner. I'm having some of my 0 Point soup. I added just a little bit of barley to that, and I've got 3 ounces of chicken breast and some of my coleslaw, and I'm pretty sure this is a 6 Point dinner. Everybody, it's the end of the day, and I just wanted to end this vlog, and I wanted to kind of elaborate a little bit more. I told you about my word for the week. Here it is. I've got my little pocket here to my vision word for the week: investigate. And basically what I'm going to be doing is investigating what I ate. And so that's why it's got the little magnifying glass around the word ate, because and it says here on the back, keep going. I kind of want to just look at that. I've been, so far today, it's really been, once I choose a word and it stays with me throughout the week, it really does bring to mind, everything that I'm going through throughout the week. This kind of goes through my mind, and I wanted this to do that because, like today, I thought I was hungry. I was getting like a hungry signal, and I wasn't hungry. I was thirsty, and I needed to drink water. And once I did that, I was fine. And I know I'm not going to be thirsty every time, but it might be something else that's going on. But I think what I want to do is prod myself to investigate and look a little bit further into it. And just like the French fry incident, I kind of want to go through these steps. I've got 3 little cards in here, and this is what I really want to go through. This is the process that I want me to mentally go through as I'm trying to figure things out. Number one is to identify what's going on. Am I really hungry? Am I really thirsty? What's going on? Why is it I'm exhibiting this behavior? Like with the chips, what is really going on? To identify what's going on and investigate it. Number two, prepare. If the answer to that needs, after identifying, if it needs me to prepare to maybe keep from going down a certain road that maybe I don't want to go down, and it's not going to be that way every time, but sometimes it is, and I need to prepare to make sure that my outcome is positive. And number three, once I've done those two things, I've got number three, to resolve the issue. I want to resolve the issue, and sometimes that means, hey, there's really nothing going on, there's nothing wrong with this, okay, I'll just keep on going, fine, but at least I've thought about it, and I'm doing, everything that I'm doing is thoughtful and intentional, and I think that's what I really want to get to, the point of intentional living. I want to think more about everything that I am consuming, and the times that I'm consuming it, the reason why I'm consuming it. I don't want to be having chips out of some sort of, some people go to parties and you see they always have like a drink in their hand because it makes them feel, I guess, more calm, and socially in that setting, it makes them feel more relaxed. And I didn't realize it, but I'm wondering if maybe that's why I have that chip issue. I like chips. It's easy to like chips because it's got all that MSG, it's got the excitotoxins, it gets you eating it anyway. But honestly, I could take or leave some things that are addictive like that. But why is it that I have those? Why those? And so I think the reason is, probably because of the social situation for me. And so anyway, but I didn't really come upon that until I started to investigate it. And now I have a plan. I've identified the problem. I'm going to prepare for the next time I'm in that situation, and I will feel that I've resolved that problem in preparation for that. So I'm going to be looking at a lot of things this way. I'm going to be looking at my exercise routine, which I did do my exercise this morning as soon as I woke up, so that was great. I did not get to the gym later. We had church tonight, so I wasn't able to go this evening. But I really want to pick up my walking more, but I don't know. The reason why I run my intervals is because I get really bored, and I make it probably about a half an hour, and it's just like, oh gee whiz, how long can I walk? And so I intend on maybe getting back on the treadmill or doing more walks throughout the day, and it's just really hard to get back to it. So for me, it works if I just bust it out, although I would like to pick up my walking. I'm not quite sure how I can work that into my life just yet, but I think I might try a little bit more walking, because I think it's really good for you to walk. It's great exercise, and I think I can get a lot of benefit from it. So maybe I can do some reading. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to let you go tonight, and I hope that helps anybody else. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm very tired. Love you guys a lot, and see you then. Bye.